Hello, what is up guys? EvilDoUsHarm here today, back with another Black Desert video. Today's video is going to be the first part of a multi-part series where I will be remastering all of those old leveling guides that you love so much and follow for all of your season characters. With the release of the Mountain of Eternal Winter, we have an entirely new leveling path, and that means all of these videos are outdated. So yeah, gotta put out that updated content for your viewing pleasure. This one's gonna be starting all the way at level 1 and taking you right on up through 61, taking full advantage of the shorter quest line that's available with the Mountain of Eternal Winter. Now this video series is going to focus primarily on leveling via questing. There's going to be some quests that send you to kill stuff, but the super majority of your EXP is going to be from questing. Yes, I know, Kyle, Sir Giga Chad, your buddy just grinded you at Miramok and you leveled up from 1 to 61 in 2 hours. That's awesome for you, but for everybody else who wants to play the game and just do it like questing like in a typical MMO, this is how you go about doing it. This first part of this video series is going to cover two things: setting up for questing, as well as going through levels 1 through 56 since they're pretty straightforward with the new questline that was added. And quickly before we get into that stuff, if you are new to my channel, new to Black Desert, or you've been watching videos on this channel already and you still have not subscribed yet, please consider it. Helps to grow my channel, you stay up to date with new content, and we both win. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it, and let's start off with what you need, and let's start off with the most important thing. Like, if you do nothing, take nothing away from this video whatsoever, this is the one thing I want you to take away. That the Chenga Tome is bae, and you need to pick this thing up right here. So this is the Chenga Tome of Wisdom. This thing gives you 30% bonus EXP from any quest that you do in the game that rewards combat EXP. What does this mean? It means by following this guide, you have to do 30% less quests. So yeah, this book can be transferred to all of your characters. You only need to get one of this book. You don't have to do this quest multiple times. It's a very easy quest, but it's very boring and very long. I have a guide on it. The video guide is 12 minutes long. The quest itself is going to take you about an hour and a half. Do it. Trust me, it's worth it. You can't do this until you hit level 53, I believe. Which means if you're watching this guide and you're a new player, I really recommend just playing through the game one time. Just play through the whole story one time, experience the game, and then worry about speedrunning. But when you are at that point trying to level up characters and alt and all that, you're going to want to pick this book up. So link to that video is in the description below. The second thing you're going to want to do is put any gear on your character that you want it to be able to equip at level 1 over here in Crossroad. If you're doing this on a seasoned character, the seasoned character can only equip story accessories. So things like the Forest Eye earrings, the Red Sand Crystal ring, the Rock Heart belt, and the Tears of the Wind necklace. If instead you're doing this on a normal character, which I will be doing this on a normal character, you can put any accessories or any gear you have on that character right at level 1. And if you have no gear to give that character, don't worry, I will be doing this with only gear that you get from playing through on that character to show you how you can actually do this. So the only thing I'm going to be picking up personally in Crossroad is going to be the Chenga Tome of Wisdom. And I guess this Kaposha earring since it's already here, so nice. The final thing you're going to want to set up in Crossroad is going to be a horse. If you have a horse that you can put in the Crossroad stables, do it to save yourself a ton of time. There's a lot of running that you need to do. So like I just dropped in a tier 8 horse here, this guy right here, so that I can get through this even faster. But anyway, that's the setup you're going to want to do, and that's the setup that I have done. So I've got a horse, and I'm going to pick up the Chenga Tome when I get there. If you want to know all the gear that you can transfer over and use on a new character, or different tips and tricks, I have a video on this as well. 6 minutes long. I'm not going to put a 6-minute video in the middle of this video, because it's already going to be pretty long. But yeah, you can watch this one, linked in the description below, along with the Chenga Tome one. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's go make our new character. So when you've got your character created and hit the Create Normal Character option, you're going to be greeted with two options. For this leveling guide series, you're going to want to pick Mountain of Eternal Winter. Once again, if you're a new player, stop watching this guide and do the Ancient Stone Chamber and play through the storyline the first time the right way. We're going to do the skipped version here with the Mountain of Eternal Winter now. So go ahead and hit Start Your Adventure. Scroll down the list, pick your character, and hit the Enter button. You're going to be greeted with a series of cutscenes and story stuff that you can skip. If you haven't played through this, it's actually pretty good. It's fully voice acted and all of that stuff. And yeah, if you want to listen to it, I really would recommend it. I played through it on my live stream the other day. It was a ton of fun, but yeah. If you're just in it for speed like I am, we're going to be slamming through all of these quests here. So just mash R through everything up until you get to the point where it's going to be letting you to leave the Dregan region. Follow the waypoints on the ground. This is typical questing in Black Desert. You've probably done this before. For cutscenes that you can't skip, if you press the escape key on the keyboard, it'll let you skip them, like the one that you probably were just in right now. I guess it doesn't work for all cutscenes. Alright, so right at level 6 is when it's going to send you out of the Crossroad city, and before we leave, we want to make sure to pick up that stuff that we dropped off here, plus some extra stuff, and this is super important. So like, I hope you didn't just like skip this video saying, oh, all he's going to do is play through the one part and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, hit up the storage keeper to pick up the tome plus any gear that you might have had. So like I said, I got this earring, so we're going to take the earring that I got. But also we need to find an NPC here, and the NPC we want to find is going to be the material vendor. So go ahead and hit up the material vendor, and this will make sense way later on in this leveling guide. Like, you're talking like hours from now, you're gonna be like, damn, I'm glad that Levi told me to do that. But at the material vendor, we need to buy some specific things, and if you don't have any money, you can use a maid here to bring some money into your account. So like, I'm just gonna bring in, I don't know, 5 million silver. All right, so at the material vendor, we need to buy some things. First thing you need to buy is going to be a hoe. Doesn't need to be a good one, you can just buy this 50,000 one right here, pretty straightforward. Next thing you want to buy is going to be a lumbering axe. You're going to need one of these. You're going to want to buy a butcher's knife. You're going to want to buy a bunch of empty bottles. I'm going to buy like 20 of them just to be safe. And then after you've got those items, we want to stop at the stable keeper, and there's one stable keeper to the south of the city, so we'll hit up this one to pick up our horse. And now we can continue on with the main storyline, which is this Everfrost mayhem. So yeah, basically the rest of this little gameplay experience is going to be following along with the story. So there's not much I can say here, except follow the blue paths, and then I will come back at any point where it's confusing. And I'm going to be going turbo run speed here, so I'm going to keep this character like as fast as I can and try not to do any editing on it. So we're 8 minutes in so far, and we'll see where I'm at when we're getting towards various points here in the Everfrost region, so you can compare yourself against me and see how you're doing. So anyway, yeah, I guess I'll stop babbling and see you in a bit. Also, don't forget to put on your Chenga Tome. Make sure you put on your Chenga Tome. Put on your Chenga Tome. Chenga Tome go on. Swap gold book for red book. Because if I had $1 for every time someone said that they came up 30% short in one of my leveling guides, and that the guides suck and they're outdated and I should do them all over again, I would probably never need to go to work or make a YouTube video again. So please, put on the book. This quest is the first bit of stupidity. So when you first meet Jordine here in his shack, you have no option. It's going to ask you, do you want to side with him or not? And then you can like go through a whole bunch of stuff and reject. But your only option that actually progresses the storyline is to pick accept. So make sure to pick accept here instead of like trying to spam that you want to reject it like I did during my first playthrough. So this questline is your next bit of baloney here. So these trolls are kind of hard to get by. And the crouch thing doesn't work all of the time. So you're going to want to make sure your weapon is away. And to put your weapon away, you press the tab key on the keyboard to holster your weapon, just in case you didn't know. Press the Q key to crouch, and then press the space bar to go prone, and crawl through this region. Don't even mess with the crouch. Just crawl through the region and complete this quest. I know it's going to be boring and lame, but trust me, it's worth it to not risk aggroing these trolls. Here's another tip that I don't know if I mentioned in my other videos, but if you're ever stuck, like don't know where to go and there's nothing on your minimap, if you right-click the quest, it'll bring up the location on your map so you know exactly where to go. Another pro tip for moving quickly through these things. This is the next dumb quest here, so when everything catches on fire, if you go ahead and interact with these water bottle things, it will put it into your inventory. You then need to put the inventory item onto your hotbar, and then you need to like stand over and like stare at the fire thing and cast that ability. So press 2 on the keyboard while standing like over the top of it, and you'll see that it puts it out. So like you see where the water splashes like just in front of you, but you also have to be like on it a little bit. Stupidest thing in the world. So yeah, just do that to 3 of these fires, or I guess just 2 of those fires, and that'll complete the quest. So really dumb quest there. All right, next confusing thing you're probably going to run into is this little puzzle. So basically how this works is when you touch one of them, it adjusts the one to its right. So it'll like push it to the right. It'll swap the one to the right. So like if I click this button, it's going to swap this with the one that's to its right here. So you'll see that that one swapped into place, and then right here, the last one, will swap the one to its right, right? Like, so if I click this one again, it would swap the one to the right with it. But since I want to switch these two, I'll just go to this one and switch it. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward as to how it works. I hit the button twice, I think, right there, so oops. So I just only got to do it one time to get those to work. But yeah, so once they're all lit up like that, then you're good to go. So once again, it swaps whatever's to its right, and you need to get them all full like that. And if you're wondering where you should be at after an hour in, I'm at level 39, at nearly level 40 after 1 hour of doing this. Now you're going to be greeted by a Crossroads, and honestly, I just like the Yar card game, so I'm going to pick the Yar card game. It probably is a bit slower than just buying the thing though, but Yar is pretty straightforward. Just go up ahead to this guy and play the little game of Yar. It's really not too bad at all. If you've never played it before, you basically need to achieve the goals that are over here. I have a guide on how to play Yar on my channel. Now this area should look familiar, as this is going to be where you're hitting level 49. When you hit 49, make sure to accept the Black Spirit's quest under main quest to level 50, grow beyond your limit. Make sure to accept this quest so that you can continue gaining XP. To complete it, all you got to do is click the golden little glass shard in your inventory, and then talk to the Black Spirit one more time. Make sure to do this, otherwise you will not gain EXP after level 50, and you'll be looking at me like, why doesn't this work? It's because you didn't click that button, so make sure to do that. Also, in this same area, you aren't going to be able to progress with the story because you're going to be confused as to what's going on. You need to go up to these books right here, these Ecologist Jurgen's journals right here, and interact with them and read through all of them. So just mash R through that to be able to continue the storyline. I remember I got stuck here too when I was playing through this the first time. Alright, when you get to this point with this boss fight, it is going to spawn a little wolf mob. Make sure to kill the little wolf mob first. There's a bug with this where if you don't kill the wolf mob first, you can't complete it. Kind of meme-worthy, but yeah, make sure to fight and kill the wolf first. You can AoE them both down if you want, just make sure the wolf dies first. And at level 51 and 30%, you're going to complete the Winterfrost region. It has taken me 1 hour and 54 minutes to complete this region. And then the next series of quests you're going to get are called Sites of Mediah. Do note that if this is your first time clearing this region, there will be a main quest or a quest or something that you can accept that will give you a sick accessory. Like, this accessory is absolutely nuts. I have it on my Drakania because I completed it on the Drakania the other night. But it's this one right here, 12 AP and 28 accuracy, absolutely nuts. Probably has a value about 6 or 7 billion silver, so I'm going to equip this when I get over into the desert region, because that's where we're heading next, the Sites of Mediah. This quest is also available from the Black Spirit under the main quest tab immediately after finishing this. You can see it right here, Sites of Mediah. You just accept it from him, and it will send you on your way into the Median lands. So go ahead and follow through with this quest line, and also, if you ditched your horse like I did, make sure to remote collect your horse, recover the horse, and take it back out and go for a rip, because we got a lot of riding to do, and we're going to be doing a lot of running from place to place. So yeah, this is when you're definitely going to want to have a horse. So anyway, I will meet you at the first location over here at the Ancient Ruins. Now after you pick up this quest, the next location it's going to send you to is Tariff. And when we are making our way to Tariff, we're going to want to pay some extra special attention to the road right around this tree right here. So I'll meet you around this tree. And the reason we want to pay attention by this tree is because there is a quest that you can pick up right here. And we don't want to do this quest yet. We're just picking this up in preparation before we get too far along here. And then we can continue on to the city of Tariff. So just make sure to pick up that quest preemptively. So when you get to Tariff, you talk to Ion Kiris, and that completes a little portion of the quest, and it's going to send you to kill some mains. Press the O key on the keyboard and make sure you have all quest types shown from this point forward. You want to make sure you have all quests visible to your character so that you can see, you know, every quest that's available in the regions that you're entering. But anyway, we're just going to hammer down and play through some story quests, so I'll see you the next time that I need to talk to you. Now, after I clear the Abandoned Iron Mine questline, I am going to stop here in Altanova and talk to Fugar to pick up some accessories and upgrade this crappy Naru stuff. So I've already upgraded all of my Naru gear to pen, just by slamming stuff. I have some leftover stones. I'm going to go talk to Fugar here, click on the Exchange tab, and we are going to pick up some rings and smash them together and see if we can't enhance for something better. And after about 5 minutes of messing around with those accessories, I got them to a pretty decent state. I'm happy with these stat bonuses. It puts me up over 140 AP, which is all I need for the rest of this guide, which is pretty dank. Once again, if you have better gear to equip on your character, please feel free to do it. I am only doing this because I want to show you that you can do it straight up with just stuff that you get from the story. I do know that I have a Kaposha earring on. Once again, you do get that accessory that's 12 AP plus 28 accuracy for playing through the story. In the new winter region, so you'll have something even better than this earring, actually. So that's the only reason I'm keeping it on and feeling okay about myself. So anyway, we're going to continue, and we're moving on to the Defeat the Helms portion of the questline. Now, another thing that I forgot that'll make your life a lot easier as we continue to progress through this is a simple Cron Meal. You can buy these off of the Central Marketplace. They're relatively cheap. They're also awarded as login rewards. I'm just going to buy 10 of them real quick and use my ferry to bring them into my inventory. So these give you a 30 AP buff, some bonus HP, crit stats, all in all just great bonuses to help you while you play through this area. So anyway, continue the slaughtering. And at the end of this little quest line, you're going to be sitting out here by the Mediah Castle, and you'll have one final quest to do, which will be to talk to the Black Spirit by hitting the chat option. Ask him where to go next. Completing that quest will open up a new main quest, which should be your Awakening quest line or your Succession quest line if you're playing as the Drakania, because you've now hit level 56. And with that, we've successfully hit level 56, so we've gone levels 1 through 56 here, and it took us 3 hours and 12 minutes to do it via questing only. I mean, there were some kill quests in there, but through just questing, 3 hours and 12 minutes to hit level 56. At this point, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is complete that Awakening quest line or your Succession quest line. Those two quest lines that are going to pop up, once again, they are with your Black Spirit. Common key on the keyboard, main quest, Awakening, or Succession, whichever one you have available for you, and then you do the opposite one after that. These quest lines typically take place in Mediah for pretty much every class, so while we're here, we're going to want to take advantage of them. The leveling guide is going to continue after you've completed those quests, or I guess if you don't want to do them, you can just move on to the next part of the video series. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video series will help you as you continue to progress through it. If it is, let me know in the comment section below, and also, once again, consider subscribing so you stay up to date when the next portion of this video series comes out. Thank you all so much for watching once again. I look forward to seeing you at the next live stream over on Twitch, YouTube video right here, or wherever I happen to see you. Dice.